So I have made the simple form, and I have already shared the project how you can insert the record and display the record in grid view. In this video I'm going to show you how we can update the record. So I close the project, and this is a very simple process to insert the record in grid view, in database, and I have made the method to display the data in grid view, and here is a simple connection to connect the SQL Server and C#, and this is a SQL command to run the queries or to insert the record. And also I have used data adapter to display the data in grid view. In this video we will talk about the update record in database. So first step, you need to make the connection and create the object of SQL command, and then you need to open the project, click on the grid view, go to properties, and click to event portion, and click cell content, click to generate the event, double click on it. And then the next step, you need to call the ID, create the first integer ID to get the record. So I initial the variable name ID, or change the name as you like, for example record underscore ID. So I call this record, copy this variable, paste here, and call convert dot to int. Basically this portion we are get the records grid view to text boxes, then we are using the update records. So first step, you need to get the record grid view in text boxes. So here is a simple process to get the grid view record in text boxes. So I have initialized the variable integer record ID name, and I call record name ID here to get the first column record to assign on this variable, right? So I call data grid view, this is my grid view name, and dot rows, and call the e means this object dot row index, and out of the brackets call dot cells, cell number is default 0, the value dot to string. Okay, and then the next step, you need to call the first text box name, and this text box name is, I go to my property portion, txt name, I call txt name dot text, and assign the data grid view dot rows and e dot row index dot cell, and this row or cell number 1, because this is a 0 means ID, second column name is name, this is a number of 1, and then value dot to string, and then second text box name is email, this text box name is txt email, so I call txt email, copy it, and then paste here dot text, and use again this portion dot rows e.row index dot cells and enter the number 2 value dot to string, and finally we are called the third text box name txt mobile number dot text, and assign the data grid view rows e.row index dot cell, cell number is 3 dot value dot to string, right? And then save the file and run the project, and then check the system or project is working or not. That's working as well. It means so here you can see it. I select any one name and then the record has changed on text boxes, so that's great. The next step, you need to insert the button to update the record. I select the button and drag and drop and change the button name btn update, and then I change the button text update. Double click on update button to generate the event. Then we are using SQL command prompt, so I have already initialized this SQL command object. I use this object to run the query or command, so I call cmd. Sorry, first step you need to call connection con.open, because I have already made the connection. Here is a connection, so you can create connection and then call the connection on here. And then next step, you need to call cmd. Cmd means SQL command object, and call again SQL command and enter the query. Query is update. My table name is record, so copy the record table name and paste here, update record, and then set. Enter the column name. My column name is first column name is name, so I call name and assign, and enter the assign sign and single commas, double commas and plus sign, and enter the first text box name. My text box name is txt name. Copy it and paste here dot txt. Enter the extension or type of this text box, and after the single parenthesis commas, you need to write a comma, and then use the second column name. My second column name is, go to my SQL Server email. My second column name is email, and assign single commas, double plus sign txt email. My second column name is txt email. Text box column my text box name is txt email, and then finally I enter the comma, and third column name is mobile. Assign the single commas, double commas, plus sign and txt mobile dot text. After the using third column name, you need to write the where keyword and your table ID. My table ID name is ID where ID you call this variable to assign here, because this variable has get to ID, so I use this variable on here. So I use where ID single commas double commas and plus sign, and assign this variable, copy this variable and paste here, right? And finally you need to write comma and call connection, right? And then the next step, you need to call cmd.execute non-query and parenthesis, and call message box dot show record has been successfully updated, and count kilos. Let's check it. Run the project. I enter the name Ali. I think I get the mistake. CMD execute no query. Why? I cut there and use try catch, because the exception has ex dot message. Let's check again. Incorrect syntax, new one. I think I checked the ID column name, txt name, and update record set name, txt name, and comma email, txt email, and then mobile and txt mobile, where ID, this is my record ID name, record.id, and then that's I think that's fine, but execute non-query. I checked the query. I think I create the mistake. So where is the mistake? For example, this is a one column, second column, third column. Oh yes, here I do not use the equal sign. So save the file, open the project, and then call the and change the text box name, and then the record has successfully updated. It means that's working well. So let's check again. I stop the and run the project again, and then you can see here the Kamran Khan has changed. So do you want to change the on time? So you need to copy the method to display the grid view data, copy it and paste here after the closing connection. Save the file, run the project, and call, for example, Asif. And Asif, I enter the name Ali and click